Your transmission is acting weird. Maybe it is stuck in one gear or shifting so hard it feels like you just got rear-ended, and now you're staring at a P2740 code on your scanner. Do not panic and think your transmission is dead just yet, because this code is often an electrical ghost rather than a mechanical nightmare. What we are dealing with here is the transmission fluid temperature sensor B circuit malfunction. Basically, your car's computer, the PCM, relies on this sensor to know how hot the transmission fluid is. Why does it care? Because fluid viscosity changes with heat, and the computer needs to adjust shift points and line pressure to keep things smooth. This sensor is usually a thermistor, which is a fancy way of saying its electrical resistance changes based on temperature. As the fluid gets hotter, the voltage signal should go down. If the computer sees a signal that makes no sense or no signal at all on the B circuit, it throws this code. Before you go ripping the transmission pan off, pop the hood and look at the wiring harness going to the transmission. You are looking for burnt wires, loose connectors, or anything that looks chewed up. If that looks clear, you need to grab a multimeter and a scan tool. On your scanner, watch the temperature data for the transmission. If you unplug the sensor and the value drops to the extreme low, and then you jump the two pins on the connector and it shoots up to the extreme high, your wiring and computer are likely fine, and the sensor itself is the culprit. But if the numbers do not move on the scanner when you play with the connector, you are likely chasing a broken wire or a ground issue. You need to check for a 5-volt reference signal coming from the computer. If you have 5 volts at the connector and a good ground, but the computer still sees nothing, you might be looking at a bad PCM, though that is rare. Usually, it's just a bad sensor sitting inside the pan that needs swapping out to get your smooth shifting back.